Okay, YouTube, what is up? It's Ryan, Queen City Guiding. We're just going to tie up a small little egg-sucking leech pattern this week. We're going to sneak this in between the holidays. Hopefully you guys will get it the day after Thanksgiving. And this pattern's just been doing well for me down in Lower Niagara. Anywhere a leech fishes well, which is a lot of places. So, yeah, we'll just get to it and tie this up together. Oh no, my little helper popped out. Are you staying out here or what?
For a while.
Okay. So this is what it's going to look like in the water. Yeah, it's going to be hook point up. So we will come in with our hook and bead combo. That is going to be an Ahrex FW550. Their regular jig hook with the barb. This is a size 8. And the tungsten bead we are using is a 4.6 millimeter tungsten bead from Hairline in a fluorescent pink color. And that's just going to be our egg color in the front of this fly. Okay, so for thread, we're going to be using Veevus 6/0 today. This is black. You could use a lot of different colors if you wanted to. Pretty much just preference. We're only going to see it a little bit up in the front. So we're just attaching the thread on our hook. Just putting down a little bit of a thread base here, and then we're going to come in with a piece of lead wire. This lead wire is the 025 lead wire. Just going to take off about 3/4 of an inch. We're going to fold it in half. Like that, little U. And then I'm just going to take some pliers, crimp that down so we can fit it all the way up into our bead here. Just push that all the way forward, and then we're going to tie that down with some thread wraps. Make sure you guys are focused. You're good. And that's that thread. This lead here is a little long. We're gonna just trim that down a little bit. And we want our thread back to just past the point of our hook, right about the bend in our hook. And I'm just gonna stick it in one little half inch here, just so that our thread doesn't want to go anywhere. It's just gonna keep us right in this space here. So first material we're going to come in with on this fly is going to be some rabbit strip. This is just the 1/8 inch rabbit, and this is a piece of black rabbit. I cut about 1 inch piece of the hide, as you can see here. Just easier to prep everything. Just makes it go by a lot faster. Tie goes quicker. So we're going to pop this out of our vise and puncture just back here with our thread, with the hook. We're gonna puncture through a little bit of that rabbit strip, just enough so that we can tie it down, just a little bit of a tag. I'm gonna stick that in my vise inverted in here for a second. I'm just gonna spin up that thread, get this rabbit strip laying where I want it, and then secure it down with some wraps, good tight wraps. Then we can come all the way to the back and just clean up that area. So we're going to invert this again in our vise. This is definitely one that would be good for a rotary vise. And then we're going to come in with our next material. And this is also going to be our last material for this fly. It's a very quick tie. This is a guide fly. It's meant to be put down into the rocks, and I'm going to lose them. I know when I'm fishing these that I'm going to lose them, and that's why you'll see this is a quick tie. So the ice tub we're going to use for this one is the ice tub color. We're going with Peacock Black. I'm just going to take a little bit of a pinch of that out here. Take out your loose fibers. We're just going to lay that down about 50-50 and put it down 2 thread wraps, pull back our excess, and then we're going to wrap in front. And then I'm going to move my thread up to about half of what I have left on my hook shank here. And I'm going to just invert this again. It's just easier to tie it with it in this position here. And then for this next stack, I'm going to do top and bottom. We're going to take out a nice little clump of this here. We're going to lay it loosely over the top. Tie it down with 1-2 wraps. Same thing on the bottom. Come over that with 1, 2. And we're going to pull everything back and advance our thread in front. And it's okay if this looks like a mess. It's going to right now. By the time we're all done, you won't even notice. Okay, we got that all cleaned up, and I got my thread pretty much right up to my bead now. I'm going to come in with a last stack. Make sure you guys are focused quick. I'm going to do one more stack of this ice dub. Same thing I did with that last stack. I'm going to come in with a clump of it for the top. I like to hold that like tented over top. You can see I have my fingers on here and pinching it kind of. Then 1, 2 wraps. Let that hang. And we're going to do the same thing on the bottom. Nice little velvet here. 1, 2 wraps. And then same thing, we're going to pull it all back. We'll get our thread off to the side and advance that in front of that stack. I'm just going to take this out for a second and just pull out any excess we got in there, which is quite a bit. That's okay. Just clean that up. Put it back in our vise. Okay, so once we got this here, we're just going to come in and do a couple half hitches in the front or whip finish, whatever you prefer. And then I like to flip this over yet again. Pull my thread straight to the top, to the slot in my slotted bead. And then that's where I'm going to trim my thread out. And once I have that trimmed out, I'm just going to come in and hit this with a little UV. It's just going to seal up that the dubbing and the thread wraps here by our head. Just give this a second. It's going to be a minute because this is an old thing of UV and there's not much in here. Okay, and once you have that cured with your light, your fly is all done. This is our egg sucking leech pattern. Once again, this is just a very quick tie. It's gonna get down and dirty. It's gonna help you get away with a few less split shot having this tungsten bead up here in the Niagara where I'm fishing. That's the necessity. You got to use a lot of weight to get down to where we're looking to get down to. So yeah, this has caught us quite a few different steelhead this year, Lakers, all kinds of stuff. It's egg sucking leech, so you know most trout like it. It can be tied in all different colors. Just change the bead. You can change the bead, change the dubbing, change the rabbit strip, and you could have a completely different fly. As always, all the materials are available through the links below. That'll take you right to our shop and get you set up with whatever you need to tie this fly and many more. And everybody just have a great holidays. Thank you for watching, and thank you, I guess, again. Have a good one.